喂，你今日飲咗未啊？
飲 orange juice？
青紅蘿蔔豬骨湯
Coffee or tea or me？
飲橙汁？不如試下飲 Coffee Bubble Tea 啦。
Welcome and thank you for joining us on Coffee Bubble Tea Podcast. Today I, Joyce, will be your host and I have here with me Tiffany, Colin, and Samson. So today we're going to be talking about summer. With the beautiful spring weather finally arriving in Toronto, it's easy to start imagining what summer will be like. I used to love summers as a child. The best part was no school. My mom would sign me up for weeks of summer camp since both my parents worked, so I got to try a lot of fun things and meet a lot of other kids. We would also go on the occasional church retreat or camping trip, maybe even a road trip. By the end of summer, though, I would start to feel bored and be ready to go back to school. In my university years, though, instead of 2 months of summer, I would have 4 months of summer. It was really great, and I treasure those extended breaks even more now that I have limited vacation time because of work. So today, I'd like to learn about how you generally spent your summers when you were a child, 14.
睇你係好懷念定係點啊？
好感慨，而家邊有心啊？我哋頂。
Wait, 咩係感慨？
Jealous?
No, jealous.
Envy?
No.
Nostalgic?
Yeah.
Little bit of
nostalgic or
Yeah.
sad. Just a little bit sad. 咁而家返個工邊有乜放暑假㗎？
Do you guys remember what you did? How you spent your time?
Yeah， 你頭先講你嗰把聲咧，你個 intro 嘅時候，我已經喺度想像緊。
係啊，佢好似 prom 我哋去諗。
係
啊，跟住我當你嗰下係一個綠油油嘅草地、藍藍嘅天空。
So let's hear about it. What did you guys do?
One summer I did basically nothing， 即係 every day 就踩單車去朋友度打機啊，晏啲冇咁熱就出嚟踢波啊。And it 真係好似when is this gonna end？ 即係開始掛住。But while it lasted, it was dreamy. It was so hot and so lazy.
Was this Canada or Hong Kong?
Yeah, Canada. Maybe grade 5 or something.
Oh,
Yeah.
Little one. Little Samson. How about you, Tiff?
之前讀大學或者甚至喺度讀 high school 嘅時候咧，我會每年暑假都返香港。咁返香港其實就會係有陣時會揾暑期工啦，因為唔係咧就其實都係好多大部分時間都係 spend time with family。會去旅行嘅，因為難得已經翻個人喺亞洲，而家去亞洲嘅旅行，係即係我諗呢個係我近幾年嘅記憶咯。但係如果你話香港嗰陣時以前讀書咧，其實都好忙嘅。我記得，即係我記得以前咧好搞笑，好記得以前咧香港有，而家都應該仲有，好似係 YMCA 同 YWCA，我哋會去游水啦，跟住咧。佢啲暑期嗰啲 course 咧唔同啊，即係可能剪黏土啊，咩整嘢食啊嗰啲嘢咧，我記得媽咪咧係要特登唔知幾時嘅時候咧就要去排隊攞籌，跟住即刻報名咁樣嘅，即係每個 course 10個人咁樣啦，跟住就係咁不停咁報，頭嗰2個禮拜咧就學啲，之後嗰2個禮拜學啲咁樣，呢個係我記得㗎咯，印象中。咁啊，另外。香港學生就少不免呢個暑期功課。
No， 我唔想記得呢樣。
Traumatizing.
What is this?
即係基本上你完成一個學期之後，跟住最後嗰個老師就會派幾本書俾你，幾本嗰啲workbooks。Yes。係咁你做咯，每個科都有噶，數學、英文、中文。以前有一科叫做常識啦
Common sense. Let me teach you common sense, boy.
嗰條線英文係叫咩 General Studies 定咩 Anyways？ 嗰時做咯，不過邊會做㗎開頭？然後放暑假你仲唔癲咗咁樣開頭？跟住咧就好 typical 啦。最尾嗰幾日咧，臨暑假最尾嗰個禮拜就日日喺度吹，日日喺度吹，日日喺度做，日日喺度做咯。跟住會好笑㗎，我好記得以前咧就會即係阿媽咧就會同我哋同流合污，即係咧就會你冇書啊得，我哋去邊度？買本一模一樣嘅有 Answer Book 嘅照抄。
What? Wow, your mom's the best.
因為唔好意思，佢咁樣幫我哋係因為到一個點係，佢知道我哋唔夠時間做，你唔好再嘥時間用你個腦去諗嘢啦，你不如照抄。
我有一年咧係到最後個禮拜發現我本嘢唔見咗啦，跟住咧。
How convenient.
Yeah, 但係好慘啊！我個 best friend 咧，佢咧就要 white out 咗佢成本就拆晒，然之後俾我影印。
Oh, what a good friend you have! And then Joy 做過。
跟住唔係咁，我唔知
Did he
佢有冇。
photocopy the answers first and then photocopy?
Nice.
咁佢冇 share 個 answer 俾你，我想知。
我都唔記得啦，真係。
What a good friend!
唔好講，不如講下啲 Canadian 嗰啲。
That's so
Yeah, how about you,
interesting.
講下啲
Colin?
local 嗰啲。
Well, certainly I don't remember my summers being that intense or that, work driven like that. Certainly, I don't think I would have done that, to be quite honest. I went to a lot of summer camps, so my mom would register me for a lot of different types of summer camps throughout the summer break. Like we have pretty short summers. So our summers are usually, at least for grade school and high school, I guess, like usually between like June to August. And then we're usually back in school in September, right? So really not a lot of time to enjoy the summer. So just a lot of different summer camps throughout the summer break.
Do you have any memorable summer camps?
Yeah, I went to a lot, like VBS, like Vacation Bible Camp was one, swimming lessons. Yeah.
What about camping? Were you the camping type?
Not until a lot later in my life, not during younger years, no.
I remember, I think I was 9 that summer, and I went to this summer camp, and it was organized by like a Chinese tutoring school. So they had a lot of fun things to do, but every day before lunch, we would have Chinese class. And the Chinese teacher was from China and super strict. And like when she walked into the class, everyone would have to stand up, and then we'd have to like gokong, like bow to her, and then we'd sit down, and she like made us do dictation every day.
Wow.
And I was like, even in my real Chinese school, we don't do dictation every day.
It's like as soon as they walk in, it's like, "Good morning, sir."
Yeah, like that. And it was like so foreign to me. But that actually changed the trajectory of my interest in learning Chinese. I suddenly realized like, oh, I actually can learn Chinese. And before that in Chinese school, the girl next to me would actually hold up her dictation book after it was done, and then I would just copy all the answers as fast as I could. So this teacher really helped me realize I could do it myself too.
Nice.
So positive.
我啲暑期功課令到我想再讀書，我淨係點解人要讀書
？Yeah.
Do you guys have any favorite moments from a summer vacation?
There was a summer camp I went to, and it was near my house, and it was a really unique summer camp because it was like an artsy kind of summer camp, and basically at the end of the summer camp they would put on like a drama production.
Wow.
So we were like literally learning how to dance, not sing.
Was this at First Alliance Church?
No, it wasn't at a church.
Oh, okay.
It was at like a TDSB kind
Oh,
of like
okay,
Toronto
okay.
Public District School Board camp that they ran
Okay.
for the summer. And I don't know how my mom found it or how she discovered it, but it was really interesting. In fact, I think it's one of the more unique summer camps in which like you not just go there and just play, but there was like organizational aspects to it and some drama aspects to it. Maybe it was like a drama summer camp or something. But we put on like a production, For those who have watched the movie Annie, that was what the drama was based on.
You learned all the songs.
You dance to the songs, you learn the songs. We had like props with the production, so I was learning how to dance with a mop or something. So it's really weird.
好想睇啊！你睇下咩表演啊
And
So how many people were in the
oh, there was like a lot of campers.
200?
Maybe in the hundreds, probably.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe this was before the school board had got cut its budget and stuff. But like, it was interesting because it wasn't just Annie, but there was like other aspects to it. Like I remember being a fork in one of the skits.
Was that like Beauty and the Beast?
Maybe. I remember I was a fork or a knife, and I had this thing on my head that I was like a fork.
You were cutlery.
So I was like with other like utensils. I don't remember what it was, but it was
That's cute.
funny.
That is memorable.
Yeah.
So I went to these camps just before summer too, through the school. One was like a music camp, 即係一個禮拜成個禮拜係咁練，咁都有好多其他即係學生一齊咁，which was pretty fun。跟住有個係 outdoor。Do you guys went to Kearney?
Kearney? Oh, that's the retreat.
Outdoor hiking, portage,
Wow.
falling into water,
Yeah.
survival, a bit of survival, composting. 嗰陣時冇乜人做 compost 㗎嘛。Yeah.
That's so cool.
Oh, and memorable. Now, not happiest, but memorable. I got stung by a bee twice.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Did you have an allergic reaction?
No, I went up to the instructor. Probably he thought即係佢見到我冇 allergy，跟住佢就 okay, I'll put something on.
A band-aid and then call
Not a
it
band-aid, but some.
Ointment.
Yeah, or it didn't look very medical.
Okay. Here's some Vaseline for you.
Yeah, 係咯。
Oh no.
我冇乜呢啲 camp 嘅 experience。
But it's because you went to Hong Kong every summer.
可能係咯，同埋就算我以前喺香港，即係細嗰啲嘅時候喺香港都，我哋屋企唔係好呢啲要參加 camp 嘅屋企咯。
Are there those kinds of programs there? Like
Yes. 最出名咩烏溪沙
What's that?
It's a location。佢哋有 campsite 啊咁樣咯，個個都話去烏溪沙去 camp 啊咁樣。
That's actually camping, though, right? Not.
No.
Oh, it's like summer
Cabin.
Yes,
Oh,
cabins.
Yeah.
Concrete buildings.
Concrete cabins.
Houses. Small houses.
Okay. Cool.
I went to camp in wood cabins. Like my school owned a small campsite, actually a large campsite called Camp Kimonoya. And since I was 9, every summer I would spend a couple weeks there. And so, yeah, it was really great learning canoeing, arts and crafts, just catching bugs and how to put them, pin them into a board. Archery. But yeah, a lot of, I guess, yeah, as I'm hearing you guys talk about Kearney, I'm thinking, yeah, there's a lot of outdoor opportunities that we get. So I once heard from an Across U Hub job workshop facilitator, it's many years ago now, that summers should not be spent in school. Instead, he promoted the idea that summers were prime time for getting work experience. Now, I'm not a fan of people who live only to boost their resume, but I do agree that summers are prime time for youth to gain new exposures to activities and experiences that they would otherwise not have during the school year. So for you guys, are there any summer experiences that you gained that you would describe as life-changing or transformational? And looking back, is there something you know you would absolutely do again?
我唔知點解前嗰排諗起呢樣嘢都，咁我有年返香港啦 ，maybe grade 11 and then somehow 有啲 uncle auntie 咧就叫我去呢個機構幫手，跟住咧佢個 position 咧就係要 go through all the newspaper archive。
I'm sorry, what?
go through all the newspaper archive.
Wait, this is supposed to be fun?
Yeah, it was for
What
me.
was the purpose?
To catalog 分類咯。
So you were working for them, basically.
Yeah,
It's a summer
yeah.
job.
No, I wasn't paid.
Summer volunteering.
Oh, okay. 但係
Without knowing.
Cool.
Yeah, but I don't know， 即係我後嚟再讀書咧，我都幾中意對住一堆 documents and then 分類。
So was it a bit of like a historical?
No, just newspaper clippings that they thought were important.
Interesting.
And well， 其實因為我喺呢度大，咁所以我對香港唔係好熟嘅啫，係啦，真係唔係好熟嘅。
But this was in Hong Kong.
Yeah， 咁所以我睇翻，咦，原來香港嗰陣時有啲咁嘅事發生喎。
And you can read you could read Chinese.
Yeah, yeah，
Wow.
都幾係啦。
It changed your
There's
life.
some, yeah,
And today you are now where you are because of this job.
not really.
Just
But
kidding.
yeah, but 係啦，即係其實如果有份工係就咁韞喺個 archive, I guess I can enjoy it.
Enjoy it.
Yeah.
唔得，我覺得你唔得，你短期內得。以我認識嘅你會
你幾認識佢咧？
佢係一個好跳跳扎嘅人嚟嘅，你唔覺嘅咩？佢唔可以坐定定嘅，我發覺，即係佢覺得佢自己得，但係如果我自己得，但是即係我覺得佢好有興趣知咯。Anyway， 知啦
Next.
Yeah, I mean, going back to your question about what the facilitator was talking about, I guess, like getting prime time for getting work experience. I don't disagree with that. I think it depends really on what life stage you're at. Like if you're in high school or if you're in university, really depends on where you're at. I think you definitely need to have a balance to it all, though. You can't just be like working all the time. You can't just be studying all the time. Like you do need to have some enjoyments in your life, right? You need to play. I think if you have that kind of balance throughout, then you'll have more of a fruitful summer. Like you'll have some time for your mind to relax and take a break and just enjoy, because summer is so short in Canada. It's only like a couple of months of the year, right? And we have such a large, vast landscape in Ontario that we often underappreciate. And, it's not the most exciting, but there's definitely lots of little hidden gems to discover, right? Like if you do take the effort to find these places to go out and explore. And, I think if you have the opportunity, you should definitely go out and do that. The second part is, I guess, the more life-changing, transformative summer, I guess. For me, I think it was the Across Leadership Camp for me. That was the first time in my early 20s that I discovered it, not at my own... it wasn't really by my choice, but
Because your mom signed you
my
up
mom
for
signed me up. So, you just go and do what your mom tells you, I guess. But yeah, that was very life-changing for me.
In
Looking
what
back.
ways?
I think it was the first time for me as a Canadian to really embrace my Chinese heritage, my traditions, my culture. Kind of opened my eyes to a lot of the things that I was really narrow-minded about, and really got to experience it from a different perspective, with interacting with different types of Chinese Canadians or different types of Chinese in general from all parts of the world. And it was also the first time I got to kind of see that I could be more open about my about some of the things that were going through in my life. Yeah.
Wow. I think we should all really check out this camp sometime. How about you, Tiff?
我諗係好近年啦，因為我都講到，即係之前係好多時間翻香港都係 spend time with family 咁，但係我近呢幾年咧，即係某個程度上因為 pandemic 啦，要留喺加拿大嘅時候咧，我去 camping 啦，即係 camping 係我以前咧，我係嗰啲聽到就咪搞我，但係呢幾年係會有個 look forward 嘅啫啊！7、8月啦，可以去 camping 啦，我去 cottage 就舒服啲啦嚇。但係我覺得係嗰種你去個 nature 度，去真係去呼吸 嗰種新鮮空氣同你喺多倫多行出街嗰種空氣真係好唔同，同埋啲水啊、K 卡嗰啲咧，都係我好記得嗰年係一瞓醒咧就換泳衣，得閒咧就跳落水，得閒就跳落水，因為洗翻嚟乾咗，跟住又落去啦。
Where did you go?
Quebec
Quebec
入食係咯，呢個係我暫時去咗2年定3年啦，即係呢個係我近年嚟每年都會 look forward，同埋 kind of 係 totally 轉咗我對 camping 嘅一個睇法咯。即係我而家對 camping 咧都仲係有少少覺得有少許唔方便嘅，但係我覺得嗰啲唔方便我係可以好快就可以即係處理到佢或者 overcome 佢。所以即係我覺得我自從幾年前去咗 camping 之後，我就覺得that's kind of a life changing stage.
That's cool. So for myself, I was 16, and my aunt, who loves mountaineering, told me, like, Joyce, you have to do this outward bound mountain climbing adventure. It was 17 days in the coast mountains of British Columbia, and I hated walking. Like, I was the kind of kid who grew up being driven everywhere I needed to go. Didn't even take public transit until after I knew how to drive. And I was like, what? You want me to go to the mountains? And that was absolutely transformational for me, just in the sense that for the first time in my life, I used my own body to carry what I needed for 2 weeks to climb to tops of mountains and to sleep under the stars. Like, I think it's one of those things that, looking back, I would absolutely do that again. And my aunt remembers it as like the me complaining, I don't want to do this, I don't want to go here. And in fact, I had actually had a car accident. I was driving the family van and totaled it 3 days before we had to fly out to British Columbia. So I had a knee injury, but we checked with the doctor. He said, yeah, you should be okay. And we went, and I went anyway. And yeah, like if that's something I could relive again, as hard as it was, I totally would.
Yeah, that's such an interesting experience. I can't imagine having to, you said 17 days, I think it was, that you traveled on that. So you had to basically like carry all your supplies, like your sleeping bags and all the cooking equipment and everything like that.
Yeah, we went with a team. So there were like 10 people and 2 adult facilitators. But yeah, like we didn't wash our hair. So like it was really gross. But yeah, like I remember at the beginning, our facilitator said, you will have new definitions of cold and you will have new definitions of tired. And indeed, like one night we did sleep under the stars. We climbed to the top of the mountains. And at about 2 a.m., I was like dongsang. It was so cold. I was chilled awake. And I opened my eyes and I looked up and I was like, why are there clouds behind the stars? And that's when I realized, like, those are galaxies.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy, that's really cool.
Yeah, so in terms of summer transformational experiences, is there anything that you guys want to try this summer?
我舊年有機會開始咗玩咗呢個 SUP。
What's stand-up paddleboarding?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
我想繼續玩。
Wow, that's so cool.
Oh, you tried it.
Yeah, I tried it. I couldn't stand up, but I was sitting on the board.
Stand-up paddleboarding.
Yes. That's also start with an S.
Yes.
That's right. 係，我想再玩，即係因為其實我舊年玩嘅時候都係好已經係 late summer，所以其實係凍啊，同埋係冇乜時間去再玩。所以如果今年有呢個機會，我係想再玩多啲。因為係你真係可以即係撐出去個湖度嘅時候咧，就覺得哇，其實嗰種寧靜咧，就好似我諗就好似 Joyce 頭先講話。你夜晚擘大隻眼見到嗰個 galaxy 嘅感覺，同你平時知道 galaxy 係點樣，即係嗰種寧靜，你聽到嗰啲湖風啊，嗰啲水聲啊，嗰啲嘅感覺係真係好唔同咯。
Wow, I'm getting shivers just imagining it.
好正真係。
For me, it was actually 即係我喺香港睇星就唔多嘢睇啦，咁所以上個 summer 就。我都唔記得喺邊啦 ，Peterborough 嗰頭，跟住就有晚企出嚟睇星就 ，that was pretty good。睇下今個暑假又再嚟。
I don't think I have anything I'm desperate to try. I think I haven't really thought about it like that. So I probably would want to explore more of Ontario. I feel like I haven't explored a lot of Ontario's like natural heritage places and all the conservation areas. I think those are really worth exploring, especially since we put so much money into preserving it and we have such pride in protecting those places. So definitely want to explore more of that.
Very cool. I've never been on a cruise before, and I think summer's the time to try. Yep, that's mine, a cruise.
Nice.
As summer rolls around, my dear listeners, I wish that you will have the chance to stretch your life experiences a little more. There's something about the long days of sunshine and warm weather that bring us out of our winter hibernation. Whether you are young or old, perhaps you can try something new this summer? Drop us a comment in our Instagram to let us know what you're going to try. Thanks again for joining us today. Visit us on Instagram, ask questions, leave feedback, offer suggestions. Tune in again next week for some more good times on Coffee Bubble Tea.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.